That's everything. Yeah. Really don't have anything else to say. So, I guess let me go over the last few days and how things have been. Let me see real quick if it's working as well. I want to make sure the sound and everything is good, everything is functioning like it's supposed to. Because I'm actually streaming from my phone. So, give me just a second. This is off. Yeah, okay. Well, it's fine. Anyway, so I'm streaming from my phone, and the reason that is because my camera broke. Horrible timing, but that's the reason why I haven't been streaming. My camera just stopped turning on. What can I do? Didn't work. So I wasn't able to do anything. I tried to fix it. I even had a spare battery. I was trying to figure out what was wrong with it, but I just couldn't, and I really can't afford another camera. I actually did have a time where it turned on for a little bit, so I think it is the battery. But the replacement battery wasn't working either. So I have no clue what's going on. All I know is that the camera doesn't work. So that's been that. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, we're at the end here. This is the final day. Out of time. Now, in theory, it is not 100% over because I do, maybe I should wait for some people to come in. I'm not even sure. I don't know if anybody will because, this is an unusual time to be streaming. Haven't been doing it for like over a week, so that's another thing too, But technically, it's not like 100% cooked, but it's pretty much cooked. Hey, Christopher, what's up? Because I do have another couple calls scheduled tomorrow and Wednesday, so there is a tiny probability that it can still work, maybe. I also do still have some leads on my list which I can keep sending emails to. But unfortunately, I've reached the point now where I do have to cut it off because I just don't have the resources anymore. The resources are depleted. I have to start looking at other options. And there's not much I can do about that. I mean, look, we're at the end of our rope here. Yeah, hey again, Christopher. I don't speak Spanish. Maybe I should have kept my VPN on because it's probably just gonna send me to Spain now. But that's fine, I guess. Well, it's not fine if you can't speak English, but not much I can do about that. Anyway, who cares? So, what has been happening the past week? I've been having a lot of difficulties, a lot of like personal challenges I've been dealing with. I've been having a really strong sense of like existential crisis recently. And you've seen probably, for anybody who's watching this later, you will have seen that in some of the previous streams that I did. It was kind of the beginning of that. Can you please say my name, Jose? Yeah, sure. Wait, did you want me to say Jose or Betty? Whatever, there's both, who cares? So I've been having a lot of personal difficulties and struggles recently. It's been like hard. I've been doing some work, not as much as I should have been, but I've still been trying. I just really haven't had luck with it. Like I got close a couple times, but I failed in the sales process. And yeah, I already did say it, Jose. I'll say it again, I guess. So I just made some mistakes here and there. Didn't work out. What can you do? I do have a couple more calls this week. So like I said, there's like a tiny possibility that we could bring it back, but it's extremely unlikely. I can't dedicate any more resources to it, unfortunately. Um, so yeah, I mean, reflecting back on everything that's happened, I've definitely made a lot of mistakes. There are some things that I would do differently if I could go back and do it again, but I can't. I can't go back. That's life. You can only move forward. So I don't really know what's next. I don't really know what I'm gonna do next. I didn't really plan for it, you know? Literally everybody coming in here is speaking Spanish. This is what happens when you turn off your VPN. I live in Spain, but I don't speak Spanish. I know, horrible human being, I know. Unlucky. I don't even know where to begin with your name. Mundo. You look like you're Spanish speaking as well. It's just Spanish people. Sorry, everybody speaking Spanish. This is, you got unlucky. The algorithm really screwed this one up for you. I don't speak Spanish, so sorry about that. Is that supposed to be like salutations from Uruguay? Well, hi to you too. Peru, yeah. Well, hello all Spanish speakers. I can't speak it back. I don't speak Spanish. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, so thinking back, there would have been a lot of things I would have done differently. There are some things I spent way too long on. There are some mistakes I made. Like, for example, going back to like the first few streams that we did, doing cold outreach was a mistake. I did it because I didn't know how it would turn out. But it was a mistake. It didn't work well, wasted a lot of time, wasted a lot of budget. It was terrible. Shouldn't have done that. Other than that, I should have just done more faster. There were a lot of times where I felt like I was doing the right thing, I was on the right path, but then I got kind of pushed off the path. And that made it difficult as well. I just felt like I kept going in circles. It's like I would think that I'm on the right path, then I fall off, and then I learn some new information, which just sends me back to the previous thing that was basically reaffirming that I was right to begin with. And then I fall again, and then the same cycle just kept repeating, and it delayed a lot of the things I should have been doing. Yes, Oreo. Hi, Oreo. I like dogs. I have a dog as well. His name is Darky. He's a little shit, though. Yeah, so there's just some things I spent too long on. Some things I shouldn't have done. But I will say that at the end of it all, I'm a very different person than when I started. There's so many things that I've learned, so many experiences I have now, which I would not have had I not done this. And this doesn't mean that it's over forever. This doesn't mean that this is the end permanently. Because I can still come back in a couple years and try again, And the second time, it's gonna go so much better because I'm gonna know where to start. I'm gonna know what to do. Like, I've said this before, if I had to restart everything from the ground up and build it all again, I would get to the same point I'm at now in like 2 weeks, maybe even faster. So all of the failures and all the challenges I faced, they had to be done. You can't avoid it. You gotta go through the path, you have to swim through the pile of shit to get to the end. There's not much you can do. For some people, they learn faster, other people learn slower. I think I'm somewhere in the middle. So not the best, but what can you do? His name is Dinner or Diner or Diner. I have no idea. Do you love God? I'm not religious. I was actually thinking about getting into Buddhism recently. I quite like their philosophy, and I think philosophy is something I've been kind of neglecting since I've been working so much, and it's really been taking a toll on me, like mental health wise. So I really think I could use some kind of philosophical teaching. So I'm intending on going through that. But yeah, life's hard. This stuff is never easy. You gotta go through it. You gotta go through the motions. And one day I will try again. I will. I don't know when. I need to go save up some money again. Go back to regular job. Not sure what I'll even do. I'm kind of thinking of doing sales, like being some kind of salesman. But I'm not 100% sure. I have to think about it. Gonna have to have a very difficult conversation with my family about all this. I'm really not looking forward to it, but not much I can do about it. Like dogs or cats. I'm actually, after getting a dog, I think I'm more of a cat person. Do you work in a school? No. No, I don't. Could I? I mean, maybe I could. I don't really like school though. I've always wanted to do some kind of education, but not in like a school system. I'm not sure what I would even talk about, but that's something that I've always kind of wanted to do. So, I reckon I would need to save for probably about another year or two to have enough money to try again. Or I could also, like another alternative I've been kind of playing around with is maybe I just go back to living with my family and I start, saving up money and then just dumping all of the money into advertising. Maybe that's something that I could do. It would still be really rough. I'd have very little time to actually do anything, but that's another possibility. I really don't know. Like I didn't prepare for anything because I was really hoping it would work out, but sometimes that's not enough, you know? Sometimes it's just not enough. Hey, I don't know how to say your name. Ibukun Okunoye. Sorry, I tried my best. Is that a Clippy profile picture? I see those time to time. Anything else to talk about, really? How's the runway for your business? Well, we're at the end. I'm talking about how it didn't work out. What can you do? It's over. I'm gonna have to take a step back and try again later. Like I said, it's not like, yeah, back to parents, correct. Fate has approached too soon, my friend. Hope is not enough. Did I do my best? I don't think I did. So I'm in a big part to blame. Could I have done better? Yes, absolutely. I tried hard, but I didn't try as hard as I could. The last few weeks, especially, have been really difficult mentally. Yeah. Well, you learned. Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot, definitely. Doing this a second time, I would have so much more confidence. I'm sure that it would work out next time. Like I said, it's not like 100% over. I still have a few calls left, but I'm being realistic here. You know, it's the odds of it working out in my favor are astronomically small, but technically it's not like 100% over. There's still a minuscule chance that something pays off, but I'm gonna have to change the trajectory of the boat, you know? Stop trying to row up the waterfall. Start looking at other avenues. But look, I'm still young, still got a lot of chances. This isn't gonna be the only one. This isn't gonna be the only attempt. I'm not gonna stop ever. I see myself in two places. One of two places. Either this is gonna work at some point, or I'm gonna be homeless, or maybe become a monk of some sort. I'm putting that in the same category, the homeless slash monk. Not exactly the same, but I'm categorizing them just for simplicity. But yeah. I really just don't want something in the middle. Like, I would see regular work as just a means to an end. I don't like it. I don't like any of it. I've always kind of just wanted to be in a state of peace, you know, be able to just exist and be left to my own thoughts, just have food and water. I'm not materialistic. I don't need a lot. I don't want a lot. I literally just want I want enough to survive. I want enough to live. That's all I really ever wanted. So it's kind of hard to also do this stuff when you have the mentality of not really wanting much. It's like varying levels of discipline. Some people can be disciplined or motivated by the result that they want to get at the end, right? Like for people who really want to be rich, who want to own a lot of stuff, it's easier to stay motivated and disciplined because you have something to look forward to because you want the reward that's at the end. But I don't want the reward. Like I literally am just not interested in it. So it makes it that much more challenging to actually stay there. Hey, Carlos. How's Mexico? I don't think I've ever met anyone from Mexico. Boot, noob, bot, noob. Okay. Boot and noob. Got it. Understood. Now stop spamming, please. Um, Anything else I could say? You know, as like some final remarks. Even though it didn't work out, I'm glad I did it. This is something that I would never regret. I have a lot of like I got a lot of great experience from doing it. And although I don't have a lot of great memories, I have a couple and I'm just kind of proud of myself for even taking the chance, for taking the leap, you know? And even in the face of failure, there's always something you can learn. So, for anybody who wants to do it, don't be discouraged. If anything, you should feel invigorated. You should feel some kind of fire burning that you should do it. Go for it anyway. Hey, how have you been? Did it work out? Unfortunately not. Yeah, Cyrus, I know. I know. I have no choice. I still have a couple calls this week. I still have a list of leads which I'm nurturing. Like, there's still a chance, but I just don't have the means to continue. Yeah, the camera. My camera broke. Yeah, that's why I haven't been streaming for the past week. I kind of figured if I wouldn't be able to like show anything anyway, um, I could have done streams on the phone like this, but I just thought maybe I should put some extra effort in. It's like maybe gives me an excuse, you know? But yeah. You can have the camera, but the camera's broken, brother. You can't have the chair though. I'm taking this chair with me. I'm still gonna need an office chair. Probably. So yeah, you can't have it. Can't you continue when you go back home? It would be extremely unlikely. Um, it's gonna be really difficult having a conversation with my mother. Um, it'd be difficult. It'd be a difficult conversation to have with with my mother because she would probably want me to go back to my old career, but I really don't want to. So I don't know how. Like, I'm gonna get a lot of hell even part time. Like, I could get some kind of work, but the thing is, one of the reasons I left my household is because it was nearly impossible to get anything done there. Like, my mental health was in shambles when I lived at home. It was horrible. Maybe I'm a little mentally tougher now. I might be able to handle it, but I really have no idea. It is a possibility I've been thinking about though, like just getting a job and just putting all the money into ads that I'm saving up and just trying to get it off the ground. But I'm really not sure. Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins. Read this in one go if you care about yourself, trust me. Let me see this. I do know Tony Robbins. Limited Power, Tony Robbins. Hey, I'm back after so many days. Hey, Makers, what's up, brother? How have you been? What's this book about? This is Anthony Robbins. Is it Tony just short for Anthony? If that's so, I have never heard of that before. Yes, huh. I have never thought that Tony is short for Anthony. I know like the classics like Dick and Richard, or like, what are some others? What was the one for Bob? There was one for Bob, right? I can't remember. Yeah, Anthony, huh? I didn't know that. I'll look into it. You think it's what do you think it's gonna do? You think it'll make any difference? It's not gonna put money in my bank account, that's for sure. Ah man, maybe one of the calls this week will go well. Who knows? How long is this book? It's hard to see around my phone. Broken camera is no bueno. 448 pages. Read it in one go? How fast do you think I can read? Holy shit. That is a long book. Is it one of those little ones? Maybe it's not as long as I imagine it. Actually, it does look like one of the little ones. Okay. Well, look, I'll take your word for it. I will take your word for it. Yeah, but I mean, other than that, that's gonna do it. I mean, I really don't have anything else to say. Life is life. I'll try again at some point. Don't know if I'm gonna come back to this channel. I might. I have no idea. I really don't know what's gonna happen next. I have a lot of stuff to deal with. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that was here. All the help I got and the support. But yeah, that's it. See ya.